A phone call from beyond. A mysterious voice commanded a young girl to hang herself. Don't miss it. Psychics uncover a chain of chilling deaths. But will they manage to stop the killer? This is Psychic Investigations, a show of real and astonishing stories. Here, people who call themselves clairvoyants investigate sensational criminal cases and incredible supernatural phenomena. Ukrainian woman Natalia Psycho lives with her husband and their 9 children in a small village. The population here is just 200 people. The Psychos are a typical countryside family. They earn a living selling homegrown vegetables and milk. Life was peaceful and harmonious until last year, when everything was shattered by a terrifying incident.
Such fear I can't even describe it.
One of their daughters, 13-year-old Maryna, disappeared without a trace. That day, the girl, along with her 3 sisters and 5 brothers, had helped their parents with the chores. They fed the chickens and ducks, milked the cow, had dinner together, and went to bed. But Natalia, as if sensing trouble, couldn't sleep. She peeked into the children's room and froze in horror. Her middle daughter's bed was empty.
I didn't even hear her leave the house. I immediately started calling her. I called her all night.
She sounded the alarm at once and woke her husband. Together, they searched for the child, asking neighbors, walking through the streets, checking every corner. But the girl was nowhere to be found.
She never went anywhere. To clubs or anything. She just didn't.
All night long, the parents searched the village with tears in their eyes. They were in shock. Their daughter had never gone missing before. She always came home from school on time, spent her evenings reading or helping around the house.
She's such a simple child.
Only at 5 in the morning, when Natalia dialed her daughter's number for like the 100th time, she finally heard her voice. But the girl couldn't explain where she was or what had happened. Natalia turned on the outside light, hoping it would help her daughter find her way back.
She says, "I can't walk." I quickly turned on the porch light and said, "Can you see the light?" She says, "I can see it." I told her, "Just come home. Don't hang up. Keep talking to me."
Within minutes, the girl was standing at the gate. But her mother says she was unrecognizable, pale as death, barely able to speak. Terrified, the parents brought her inside and tried to find out what had happened. Maryna could only remember that in the night, she'd gotten a call from an unknown number.
I answered, and they said, "You need to go and hang yourself."
I found a shoelace on her. She was scared, crying. It was like she went into a panic attack.
Who called her? A man or a woman? The girl couldn't say. Neither did she know where she went after that. Maryna says she was asleep, and then suddenly she woke up and realized she was outside with a noose around her neck.
Someone called her and told her to hang herself. That would bring terrible grief to the family.
The girl was threatened. They said her entire family would be killed if she didn't take her own life. Natalia was so terrified for her daughter that she grabbed the phone and smashed it against the wall. The device survived, but the SIM card broke. So, to this day, she doesn't know who called that night.
I have children too, and it's terrifying to think that such thoughts could ever be in their heads.
Natalia turned to the police, but they just shrugged, told her to come back if something actually happened. But she refuses to just sit and wait for tragedy to strike. She's hoping the psychics can uncover who's trying to push her daughter Maryna toward suicide and threatening the lives of her entire family. Natalia reached out to 2 clairvoyants, shaman Maryna Komushku and British medium Anna Galliers.
I had a terrifying dream. It was night. I was walking down an abandoned street, no one around. Silence. Then suddenly this loud sound rang out like the tolling of chimes, and people appeared out of nowhere. They were dead. And they seemed to say, "We need to finish it quickly. We need to hammer the nails, bring the planks. We don't have enough people."
It's strange, but I see men. A lot of them.
wearing work clothes. They're building something. Maybe stairs, maybe a slide. But they're all frustrated, constantly complaining. They're dead. But how is it even possible for the dead to be working? Hello.
Hello, my name is Natalia.
The moment we approached the woman, it felt like someone grabbed my shoulders. But no one was there, except Maryna and Natalia. May we speak with your daughter?
Yes,
Hi, Maryna. I can feel you're very worried.
Mom, what is this?
something's wrong with her. She's not well. Go inside.
It feels like there's some kind of otherworldly force standing beside Maryna, controlling her like a puppet.
What is the clairvoyant sensing? Could the girl be hiding something?
I see a girl who's not confrontational at all, and I can't understand who would wish her harm. Wait, I can feel something over there on... I'm seeing an image. Your daughter is standing right here with a noose around her neck.
Incredible. The clairvoyants have come to the exact spot where Maryna nearly ended her life.
It feels like someone pushed your child to this place.
Maryna doesn't remember anything. Maybe someone threatened her, then brought her to the apiary and forced her to hang herself. But who?
Then I felt that the hand which had been on my shoulder grabbed me and started pulling me somewhere.
As the psychics tuned in, night fell over the village.
I realized it's not a human trying to kill this girl. It's a presence from the other side.
It's impossible to believe. After all, the girl insists it was a living person who called her. She just doesn't remember whether the voice was a male or female.
I see a man near the girl. He's in the world of the dead. For some reason, he's sitting and crying. He wants to take his daughter. He was the one who lured the girl to the apiary to hang herself.
Who is the clairvoyant talking about?
I feel drawn to go there. I'm being drawn here by the energy of a blood relative. I think it's your brother. Horrible. I see a terrified woman. It looks like she found him. This is his wife.
Anton's widow is also named Natalia. She's 33 and vividly remembers the dreadful winter day when she discovered her husband dead.
I thought he was just standing there, but it turned out he was already hanging.
That morning, he was in good spirits. By evening, he was gone. No one could understand why he chose to end his life.
Someone called him before he died. Right after the call, he walked out here. Natalia's brother was also taken by a dark force, but why? And where did it come from?
Natalia says her brother did get a phone call before his death, then left the house like he was in a trance.
We thought he was still on the phone.
Soon after, Anton was gone. His phone was found next to him, but strangest of all incoming calls had been erased. Terrifying. Natalia's daughter also received a mysterious call. Is it just a coincidence or some mysticism?
I see another relative of yours in the attic under the roof. He also had a noose around his neck.
That was my cousin. He hanged himself.
He was cheerful, the life of the party.
Yes, that's right.
Then suddenly a noose around his neck. No clear reason. I feel someone also called him before he died. This is truly disturbing.
After a strange call, Serhiy left home without saying a word and took his own life. His phone was later found broken, and no numbers remained on the SIM card. It's all very strange. Every one of the victims had received a call before their death, but it's impossible to trace. Either the numbers disappear or the phone stops working.
One and the same supernatural force is behind the deaths in Natalia's family, but its true nature still had to be uncovered.
The father of your daughter also hanged himself. I clearly saw a noose. I thought he was dead.
He's alive. He tried to hang himself, but I saved him.
Natalia says her husband had tried to take his life more than once, just like with their daughter Maryna. He received a phone call, but he couldn't recall who it was or what they said.
I asked him, "Why are you trying to hang yourself?" But he gave me no answer.
They couldn't identify the caller. Could it really be a dark force trying to wipe out Natalia's whole family?
Each one got a call before their death. Now I understand the person calling is temporarily possessed by the dead. The phone becomes a channel to issue the command to hang oneself. That's how they lure people to the other side. Suddenly I had a vision. I saw Maryna with a noose around her neck surrounded by figures. They were dead souls. These spirits come to Natalia's loved ones. Then they hang themselves. The dead are waiting to take them with them.
What souls is the medium talking about, and why do they want Natalia's loved ones dead?
Something is pulling me by the hand. It's the spirit of a boy. We have to go. The spirit told me his death is connected to the deaths in Natalia's family. He wants to show me the place where he died.
The psychics arrived at the dryer. That's what locals call the old hay-drying barn for livestock. It's abandoned now.
He's pulling me inside. I see how he died. It's like he's hypnotized. He walks in, stands right here, puts a noose around his neck. Oh my God. He hangs himself too.
Natalia remembered, 14 years ago, a local young man was found dead in this very spot. His name was Oleksiy. He had just turned 21.
I see he was cheerful too. He didn't seem suicidal at all. What's going on here?
Yes.
It's horrifying.
Locals say they still don't understand why the young man took his own life. But how is his death connected to Natalia's family? What kind of force is claiming their lives? And now threatens a 13-year-old girl?
I see another man. It's like a whole village of the hanged.
Yeah, people hang themselves a lot here.
Phantoms swinging from ropes.
Then it hit me. These spirits seem to hypnotize the living. They call and give a command to go hang themselves. And the person, not understanding anything, just follows the order.
It turns out the villagers have long feared that their siblings, children, spouses, anyone could end up in a noose at any moment.
Mostly it's young people taking their lives. Many have hanged themselves in this village.
And it'll keep going. But what's pushing them to do this? What's the reason?
Now I see a crowd. They're being herded somewhere. Their clothes are strange, old-fashioned. No one wears that now. I hear gunshots. Bullets hit their heads, their chests. They drop like wheat being cut down. This was war. So much blood was spilled.
During the war, they brought Jews from the entire district here. The Germans shot them.
Around 1,000 Jews became Holocaust victims in this area. They were executed in the village.
Many were buried all together in one place.
Since World War II, there's been a mass grave of murdered Jews in the village.
2 years ago, they started digging a sand quarry there. Sand was dumped along with bones. Clearly human remains.
These were the remains of those innocently executed.
When they were disturbed, they became angry.
Desecrating graves is a great sin. After something like that, a wave of suicides could really follow.
Horrifying. Could it be that by disturbing the mass grave, villagers offended the souls of the dead, and that's why they're taking the living?
But something changed. I see a monument, like a memorial in honor of these people.
They put up a cross there.
To honor the memory of the victims, villagers placed a cross at the site around 3 years ago. Every year, they bring flowers and pay tribute to the innocent victims of the war.
That calmed the angry spirits. But the suicides didn't start right after the mass killings. They began much later, 10 or 20 years afterward.
We spoke with local elders and learned the suicides in the village truly began in the 1960s. No one could explain it. People would wake in the middle of the night, leave their homes, and be found hanged by morning.
In that moment, I received the same vision as before our investigation. Men building something. All of them are dead. Spirits are gathering here. There are many of them. One spirit stepped forward, the same one that guided us all day today. He wants to say something. The spirits are holding tools in their hands. One of them says they must build something.
Hammers, logs. It's like a command.
Let's go, right now.
Where are the psychics heading? What did they sense?
It sounded like knocking from the other side. I realized it was the noise of those souls gathering here. They're building something, just as in my vision. And importantly, all these people are former villagers.
Oh my goodness.
These spirits are enraged. They don't want us in this building, especially the one who's their leader.
This man says I am needed here. In life, he worked in construction.
That man also hanged himself, and before that, in a dream, he was called to the other world. Then I understood. The force that has accompanied us all day is the spirit of the lead man in this so-called spirit crew. In life, he was a foreman, and that's why he was summoned to the other side.
Incredible as it sounds, we located the brigade leader's relative. She recalls visiting him one evening when someone called. He stepped outside and was later found in the yard, hanged. The number that called him, like the others, wasn't saved.
Before he went out that night, my niece's husband dreamt that he needed another foreman for them. He was the foreman of a construction crew. That night, he was gone.
Horror! What is happening in this village? Are all the residents doomed?
I see a black river.
This isn't an ordinary river. It's the boundary between the world of the living and the dead. I see souls crossing from one bank to the other.
I also see a boat where God's messenger ferries the dead across this river. Many souls wish to board it, but they're forbidden because they're sinners. Suicides.
Those who take their own lives cannot cross to the other side. Their spirits find no rest and wander among the living. But one suicide from the 1960s was determined to join the departed. To cross the river, he decided to build a bridge. He must assemble a crew of fellow suicide victims like himself.
It's almost unbelievable. Yet villagers say the deaths in this hamlet began in the 1960s after a young man took his own life. They say he was a loner and was found hanged in his own home.
What should we do now?
The whole village must pray for the souls and ask God to forgive them. These restless spirits are desperately trying to build a bridge.
A church needs to be built here.
Hard to believe, but why did the Spirit Brigade want 13-year-old Maryna?
They're hungry ghosts. They need a cook. A woman who's good at it.
Does your daughter dream of becoming a chef?
Yes.
Maryna loves cooking and dreams of opening a restaurant.
That's why they noticed her.
Natalia recalled that villagers spoke of a woman who dreamt of dead workers inviting her to cook for them. We managed to find a relative of that woman, who confirmed that her cousin Olena had such a dream.
My cousin had a dream. She said there were already some workers, but no cook to make food.
But in the dream, the woman refused the builders, saying she was too old to cook for an entire crew. That, Olena believes, is why they left her alive.
The spirits of the dead linger around Maryna and try to take her with them. They give her commands she can't resist. That's why she was acting strangely and kept running away. She must be saved immediately.
Your daughter needs cleansing and a ritual.
The psychics returned to Natalia's home to see Maryna.
Anna was reading a prayer. And I used the sound of bells to break that noose.
A mystical power that makes you tremble with fear. A demon is taking dozens of people to the underworld. Will psychics be able to stop him? Today's episode is shocking. This woman is sure an unknown force has killed all her friends. One by one, the young people died every few years.
I'm afraid it's a series of deaths, and I fear I can be next.
After the most recent death of a friend, Paulina had a nightmare. A dreadful man in black was trying to choke her.
He pressed my throat with his fingernails like this, and I couldn't breathe.
The next day, Paulina almost lost her life.
I was driving my car when those two trucks started speeding towards me. They almost hit me head-on. Had I not swerved the car to the side, we'd have been crushed.
Paulina only escaped the collision by miracle. She crashed into the windshield with her head and was a step away from death. Her only daughter is terribly scared.
I'm scared. I can't imagine how I could live without her.
No sooner had the poor woman come around than she had another nightmare. Soon afterward, Paulina, who is a good swimmer, almost drowned. Somebody was pulling her under.
I felt an acute lack of oxygen. The black silhouette told me he would come for me. So I would like the psychics to come and help me.
Olena Kurilova, one of Ukraine's most powerful clairvoyants, undertook to help Paulina.
Who's trying to kill you? We need to call Yaroslava.
Without explaining anything, Olena Kurilova sent Paulina's photo to her colleague, Yaroslava Fedorova, and then dialed her.
I just worked on a young woman's photo with the mirror. There's something looming behind her. It's a monster. An ugly face, long arms and clawed hands, and I felt the scent. I know it from somewhere, but I can't understand what it could be. And then he started choking me.
I see something different. Behind this woman, I see the spirit of a man dressed in long black clothes. He's surrounded by holes in the ground. They're like graves. And he covers the graves with wood planks, and there's a knock from the underground. Someone's trying to get out of there, and I hear frightening moaning.
What if this man is the force that took Paulina's friends to the grave and is now trying to take her?
The next day, the psychics went to visit Paulina. Her neighbors and her late friend's parents are already waiting at her house, wishing to know why their dear people passed away so early.
Yaroslava, do you hear bells ringing?
I hear nothing at all.
There's no church around. Then why does Olena hear the bells ringing?
I feel the scent of mold.
I felt it too yesterday.
It smells like inside a crypt. What could it be?
Hello, Olena? Hello.
Hello.
My name is Polina. This is my mother.
We must find out what happened to your friends. Do you have their photos?
Yes.
With her, you lost women's friendship, didn't you?
She was my friend.
Mom, please don't cry for me.
This woman is the mother of Polina's friend, Lesia, who drowned in the river 11 years ago. The woman is here to know why her only daughter died so tragically.
She says, I can't see anything. And the water. I inhaled the water, and she's pointing at her head, like this, with her hand. A whirl caught her, and she hit her head on something.
This is the Southern Boo. It's got rifts. They're such big boulders.
What's the swirl? It feels like it was made by devils. I don't even know whose hands they used.
These are locks. The man opened the lock but didn't give the signal, so the people would go out of their water. And a stream of water from the lock knocked her down.
Wait a minute, you had a dream of her, didn't you?
Yes, I saw her in the dream.
Was she showing you some holes in the ground?
Like graves, there were several.
She said more people could pass. And showed you
that it can happen to her.
Did this man die?
Yes, this is Vadim. He hung himself.
Vadim committed suicide on October 12, 2002. He was 25. Nobody knows why he did it.
He came here on that day, to you.
Yes. It was in the late afternoon. It was raining lightly. And he dropped by.
And you didn't talk to him.
She had something in her hands. She said, Vadim, wait, I'm coming. But he turned around and went away.
Polina's mother still blames herself for not speaking to the young man that day. Could the tragedy have been avoided?
Vadim, tell me, is your death someone's fault? Give me a sign.
Unbelievable, like somebody knocked on the window pane.
There were 3 knocks. The sound came from the window.
Vadim's spirit is here.
He's telling me... Is there he? Who is that? And he also says Andrei.
These were my friends.
They died at the same time.
Head on, the motorcycle and the car. They collided. Andrei was driving the car. Serhiy was riding the bike.
Polina's friends Andrei and Serhiy died after a head-on collision on a road on September 1st, 2002. And 40 days afterward, Vadim hung himself.
I have the feeling that he saw them in his dreams. They haunted him.
It turned out that this woman's daughter also saw her dead friends in her dreams before she died herself.
When my daughter still lived, she saw Andrei in her dream. He told her, Lesia, you were supposed to visit me at the graveyard, but you didn't. But then he said, but I will gather you all.
I will gather you all.
Did you see them in your dreams too?
I saw Serhiy after he died. He told me, whenever I come, I must take somebody else.
Do they keep coming for the rest of you?
We need to see the crash site. Is this where those men crashed?
Yes.
There was fire. Who burned in the fire?
It's Andrei, in his car.
The car caught fire as a result of the collision. 17-year-old Andrei burned alive. His friend, Serhiy, also died instantly.
They were going here and then collided in the middle of the road.
Serhiy was riding that way, towards Hyveron, while Andrei was driving from over there, from Hyveron.
It was a fatal coincidence. Nobody could even imagine the friends would meet like that evening.
Everyone was shocked. Nobody could wrap their head around it. And how could they collide head-on?
After her son died, the mother of Serhiy, who was only 22, had a nervous breakdown, and she ended up disabled.
You have to be strong in your soul to bear it all. You see how it ended up for me. My legs stopped working.
At that moment, the spirit of Serhi, Polina's dead friend, came. He's like a broken doll.
He hit the bike's handlebar and was torn to pieces.
He was preparing for some celebration.
A wedding.
He said the name Ira. Is it his future wife?
She was supposed to be his wife.
The wedding was scheduled for November 25th, if I'm not mistaken. They were preparing for it. But there was a funeral instead. It was very hard.
Was she pregnant with his baby?
She was.
Not born?
She lost the baby after the funeral.
Sari says, I didn't take anybody with me.
What did you see before you died? He saw nothing. It was like somebody closed his eyes with a hand, and the smell. Mold.
It was a damp smell, like mold or some fungi.
It seems to be the same force, or it's hunting young people. Then Yaroslava and I saw a bearded dead man dressed in black at the same time. It was the spirit from the vision she'd had before the investigation. But who could it be? He says, you saw it, and you missed. But where? Could it be at Polina's house? Let's go back there, to the village where we were.
Let's go.
Yaroslava, look, a woman, over there, in the window.
She's dead. She's young, pointing at her throat. And this ugly smell again. Do you feel it?
Smells like a cell. The young woman with her friend, they both drank poison at the same time. What was it?
Tamila and Yulia.
The psychics stopped in front of the house of the young woman, who died from some unknown poison at the age of 22. Tamila worked as a cook for a tractor brigade, and on the fatal day, she and her friend had lemonade that suddenly made them sick. An ambulance was called. However, the medics couldn't save the women.
They confused the bottles. They drank from a similar bottle that contained the residue of some poison. Probably rat poison.
Were those women who got poisoned part of your party?
No.
It's not about the party. The problem is much broader. All of the dead lived on the same street. We needed to check the street and work a little.
Has someone young died in this house? I feel a wreck. Like he was crushed.
Yes. This is his mother.
Could you please tell us his name?
Ihor.
It's still hard for the woman to accept the death of her only son, who died in a terrible wreck last spring.
The car turned 5 times. The glass was missing in the left door. The police say he most probably fell out of that window.
After Igor fell out of the car, it fell on top of him and crushed him.
I see dozens of people. The youths and children.
Yes.
Yes. 2 children. They're really alike.
They were twins. Sasha was hit by a motorcycle here.
The boy extricated his hand from his mother's grip, ran away, and died instantly. He was little. And then the elder boy had an accident and died.
The crash site we visited today, at the highway.
So he was Andrew's brother,
Yes.
right?
Both adults and children are dying on this street. It's been so for decades.
There's some kind of horror in front of any house here. I've never seen anything so terrible in all my career, I swear.
Many young people die.
The locals say that over 100 young people have died in the recent decades. What kind of force took them and is now threatening Polina?
At that moment, I saw the dark-clad, bearded dead man again. He was standing in front of one of the houses down the street, and so I went toward him.
Is it thunder? You look at that.
This can't be true. The thunder rolled, and the smell of the mold became unbearable. And then I saw the same monster I'd seen before the investigation. His face is awfully wrinkled, and he's grinning.
Do you mean it's the monster you saw in your mirror?
I saw him in the mirror while I was working out the situation. I then broke it. The monster turned his back on me, and I saw chopped wings on his back. They were bloodied, and then I realized it was a demon, because demons are fallen angels, and he was not alone there. He had lower-ranking evil spirits with him. These are devils.
But why are there so many evil forces here? And why are they hunting the locals?
Everybody, stop where you are. Do you see the man in black?
Quiet, please.
The man in black's spirit says, I can't handle them alone. He means the demon and smaller devils that are ravaging here. He says, the whole village will be gone.
We want protection to save our children and the whole village from this tragedy.
He says, I told you.
That you missed something.
The bell. I missed the place where I heard the bell ringing for the first time. Show me the site where the old church used to be.
The church was where the school is now.
Let's go find out. We need to go there.
Yes.
The psychics are on the site where the old church used to stand. 50 years ago, it was demolished, and the school was built instead.
I see the black-clad man again. He's showing me the holes in the ground. Then suddenly, different evil things began crawling out of those pits. It was an awful sight. It's large. Its arms reach the ground, and its face is wrinkled.
It's enormous. It's gigantic. I saw it in my dreams. What the psychics described was the thing from my dreams.
And they are running around it.
The devils. But what are these pits? What are these evil forces doing here? There was once a church here. Wait, hold up. The church was demolished, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
The church was demolished around 1956.
By 1960, all the crosses and the inventory from the old church had been seized, stolen, and looted. This must be the revenge for that.
After the church was demolished, the evil forces broke out, and for years have been taking the villagers away. All of them are, of course, young. Demons always want young souls.
What protection do we need against it? What do we have to do?
We must put an end to it beyond doubt.
We need a pit. I hope strong male hands will help us, won't they? We decided to carry out the ritual, to lock all those evil things down. My task was to entice those evil forces. Meanwhile, Olena was to lock them down with prayers and secure the portal. We need to use something sweet as a bait.
She's trembling.
Where's the light?
What's happened? Why did all the streetlights suddenly go out?
The light was out. It was a sign that they'd come.
This is horrible.
Dear Lord, help us.
Olena, start reading. Give me the shovel, quick.
I felt awfully cold. My hands were trembling. It felt as if someone were chalking me. These devils, they didn't want to leave. It said, it's done. Devil, you won't stand here.
This is horrendous. I've never seen anything like that. Dear God, what does it all mean? What's there in the hole? What is that? Is something moving there? My legs are giving away. I don't know. I'm so terrified.
Wow, those red eyes.
The longer you stand, terrified you feel.
Now! Dig yourselves now!
The lock, the tongue, amen.
Done. It's gone. It took us incredible efforts to lock the devils and the demon underground.
It's a nightmare. It's hard to imagine. But still, who is the man in black, the spirit the psychics keep seeing?
A cassock. It's a cassock, Yaroslava.
You mean he's a priest?
The elderly say that there used to be a burial site next to the church. 9 priests were buried there. They say that 8 of them were later reinterred, but the 9th remained here, right under that transformer.
I had a vision then, of people coming up to this priest. All of them are not quite themselves. Such people are said to be possessed by demons. They ask him for help. There are special exorcism rituals to expel demons from a person. After they're cast out, they're locked underground.
He used to exorcise, expel demons from people in that church. Do you understand?
The devils locked down here broke out.
After the church was desecrated.
Don't approach this place for 40 days. Put a cross over here.
And protect your sacred places.
We hope you're going to be fine.
Thank you.
A few months later, Olena Kurilova approached Polina to find out if her life and the situation in the village had changed.
Tell me, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Is anything still choking you?
No.
Has anybody of the young people died after we were here?
No, nothing like that has happened here. Thank you so much.
Good luck to you, thank you. Goodbye.
You might think that such things are only possible in mystery horror movies, but the people of the small village, who buried over 100 of their young friends and relatives, experienced this terror in real life. It's incredible what consequences the demolition of the old church had. A mystical force is taking young people to the other side one by one, and small children are next. Who and how awakened the ruthless supernatural killer? Don't miss one of the most shocking investigations by the psychics. Victoria Shandiba, a 21-year-old widow from Ukraine, approached the psychics. She's raising a daughter, Karina, and a son, Nazar, on her own. The children's father, Yevhen, died in a motorcycle crash last year. Now her children are in danger. The mother says a supernatural force has started hunting them. Recently, her 5-year-old daughter almost died in the bathtub.
She was bathing in the tub. My son-in-law's cologne was on the sink and it fell and bounced right into the tub. Glass shattered everywhere.
The grandmother, who was with her granddaughter at that moment, was petrified with horror because she saw a dark silhouette near the girl.
It was stroking her head, wanting to take her with it. I got very, very scared.
Soon, 2-year-old Nazar also found himself on the brink of life and death.
I left the room for literally 2 seconds and realized that Nazar started screaming very loudly.
A microwave almost crushed the boy.
The microwave fell off with the anchors and everything, and it fell to the floor. 4 anchors, and the wall is thick. It's got to be some force. It can't be happening for no reason.
We fear for our grandchildren.
Karina says she's petrified of the dark silhouette that's hunting her and her brother.
She says she sees a shadow walking around, and she's afraid. She's afraid to stay alone.
And little Nazar wakes up screaming every night. The boy is so scared that he can't even describe what he sees near him.
He screams at night, "Mom, I'm scared." Nothing helps, neither holy water nor prayers. Nothing helps. It's horrifying. The psychics are my only hope. We can't deal with it without them.
Gypsy clairvoyant Rubina Tsibulska took on the case, and she's already working with the family's photo.
I see black crosses over the children. It's a death mark. Mirror, show me what it is. I saw a silhouette in the mirror, but I didn't have time to take a closer look at it. A fire started. Water, please. My God.
It can't be. The candle tipped over out of a sudden.
I see a little boy. He's fair-haired. He has a birthmark on his hand the size of a coin. He's holding something shiny. There is something like a doll lying in front of him. Wait. It's a needle in his hand. And he seems to be piercing the doll once, twice.
Is it Nazar?
No.
Rubina heads out for the investigation. Jana Shulikova joins her on her way there. She and her colleague, Olena Kuriilova, happen to be passing through the town where the family lives.
I couldn't stay to help because I had to go to another investigation the next day. I dreamed of my grandmother. She clearly said, "Look for a woman with a green petal on her arm. Hopefully, it will help you."
It's so weird.
I watched Rubina and Jana leave, and I saw a silhouette behind them. I decided to help them, at least remotely.
I'm having a strange vision. I'm in the forest. A man in a black cloak with a hood approaches me. He's holding a staff shaped like a cross, and it's burning with fire. The man has no head. His head is in his hands. I ask him, "Who are you?" And he says, "You will find out when you die."
What is this?
I think I heard a bump, but I don't see anyone around.
The clairvoyants stopped some 200 meters from their destination.
Jana, look, a cemetery and houses.
What are those children doing there? Children, get out of there!
Isn't there a playground anywhere around here?
But no, it's not normal.
The psychics arrive at Victoria's home. Victoria goes out to greet them with Yevhen's mother and her daughter Karina.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for agreeing to come and help us.
Suddenly, Rubina approaches the crowd without any explanation.
Could you come up? There's death standing behind you. Do you feel it?
Yes. It feels like someone is watching me, but there's nobody around.
You need to be more careful and you need to protect your head. I couldn't think then that the woman was connected to our investigation. I have a feeling that you are afraid to stay in this house.
Yes.
This house belongs to the parents of the deceased Yevhen. He was born and raised here, and after the wedding, he and his wife moved in here. While Rubina Tsibulska goes to work inside, Jana Shulikova decides to tune in to Karina to understand what force is trying to kill the girl and her brother.
Did you hear a bang inside?
Like somebody suddenly slammed the door and left.
When we were approaching your house, our van stopped for some reason, and we heard a bump.
But what do these strange noises mean?
Victoria, it's like you don't live here.
Our parents bought us an apartment and we moved there.
2 months ago, Victoria moved from the village to the nearest town, thinking the problem was in the house where she lived with her husband and children. However, the dangerous incidents with her children never ceased.
The problem is not in the house.
I see an empty road and a man standing on it. He's in a gray tracksuit. And he's terribly pale.
Children's dad.
He had a gray tracksuit.
She sees him.
She said she'd seen dreams with her father.
Grandma, am I going to die?
Karina dreams that her dad takes her to his home.
He told me to follow him. I sat up after I woke up.
Dad doesn't wish to harm you. He's simply worried about something. I clearly saw the image of the deceased Yevhen, but behind him, there was something like a shadow. I didn't understand if it was a spirit or an entity, but that thing took Yevhen to the other world, and now it's hunting his children.
We were surprised, but Yevhen's relatives said that he had a premonition of his death.
He said, "It's the last time I'm visiting you." He felt that something was going to happen.
Shortly before his death, the man told his parents that a dark silhouette was following him everywhere. And now, something similar is scaring Yevhen's children.
They are being hunted by someone in black. I asked if it was the same silhouette that followed Jana and Rubina. And the answer was yes.
Let's see. It's a man, and he's also dead. And he has a staff. It's almost like in the vision I saw. A man in a black cloak with a hood. Rubina. The shadow. It took the father.
My mirror is showing me crosses. He saw crosses. Were they graves?
Yes, he mentioned that. He had dreams of tombs and crosses.
I had a vision of 3 men's graves. One of them is Yevhen, but I didn't understand who the other 2 men were. And next to the graves stood a fair-haired woman with a mark on her hand.
But who is that woman? How is she connected to Yevhen's death? And whose are the other 2 graves the psychic saw in her vision?
And Yevhen wasn't standing there alone. There was a young man with him.
Oleksiy. He was his younger brother.
We couldn't understand how this poor woman was holding up at all. She buried her 2 sons when they were young, and now her grandchildren were also in mortal danger. It turned out that Oleksiy died 8 years ago while at work, in a warehouse. A pallet of paint buckets fell on him. Oleksiy was buried in a closed coffin. The parents couldn't even say a proper goodbye to their son.
Aunt Helena was so grief-stricken that Yevhen had to pull her away from the coffin.
Both Yevhen and Oleksiy were victims of the same force, and I felt that both brothers saw something otherworldly before their deaths.
The brother's mother confirmed that Oleksiy behaved very strangely the night before his death.
Around 3 in the morning, he went outside. I asked him, "Wait, where are you going?" He said he'd be right back. I went out after him and saw him standing at the corner of the house, just like that, at the corner of the house next to the step. I asked him, "Why are you standing here?" And he said he'd stand there a little more and come back.
Oleksiy died first. It all started with him, so we must seek for the answer in his death.
The psychics asked for Oleksiy's photo to work with.
The child looks very much like the one I saw this morning. I see a little boy, fair-haired, and he has a birthmark the size of a coin. Helena, did Oleksiy have a birthmark?
Yes.
I had a vision this morning before the investigation. I saw Oleksiy as a little boy. In front of him was a doll dressed in white. And he was sticking needles into it. This time, I saw that next to the boy stood a woman of about 50. She gave him the doll and the needle.
It's our neighbor.
We didn't understand what it was about, or how the neighbor was involved in all this. But the woman came out of the crowd and approached the psychics herself.
My name is Katerina.
Their granddaughter died. It was little Katya. Oleksiy sewed a flower.
He sewed a flower where?
To the girl's dress.
It's hard to believe, but why did this woman make little Oleksiy sew a wedding flower to the dress of her dead granddaughter, who was lying in the coffin?
It was a custom in the village.
What custom are you talking about?
He sewed 2 flowers, one to his clothes and the other to the girl's dress.
Wait a minute, did he bring a flower from her?
Yes.
Does it mean Oleksiy was essentially engaged with the dead girl?
Did you do this?
So what? I never wished anyone harm.
Ask the people around.
It turned out that Helena and her husband believe that Katerina is a witch. They also think their sons died because of her, and their only grandchildren are on the brink of death now.
Why did you take my son?
And why did you lie on the ground in the cemetery?
It turns out that more than once, people saw the woman at the cemetery, lying among the graves in the middle of the night. Is there any explanation to such behavior? Could it be really a ritual of some kind? Is she really a witch?
What are you people talking about?
This ritual is connected with magic. You have to roll on the grass among graves when treating sciatica. That woman was apparently familiar with village magic.
But something else interested us, namely, if Katerina was really responsible for the deaths of her neighbor's sons, and if the children of one of the brothers were in danger. Listen, my mirror showed me that this woman indeed has a lot of negativity and a sharp tongue. But I see that she didn't do it intentionally. She only wanted to follow the custom.
It's a custom.
She's not a witch.
There have never been witches in my family.
The fact that Oleksiy and Yevhen died is not related to the flower. Only Oleksiy sowed the flower, but they both died. I think we need to see their graves.
I tuned into the three young men. It turned out that all three had head injuries. And then one of them rose from the grave and spoke to me.
Hello?
Jana, I see a young man, and his head is half torn off. It's hanging, wobbling, like after a car crash. He says, "They are all here with me. This is something connected with this story you're investigating."
She sees a man next to Yevhen and Oleksiy. Who is he to them?
Volodymyr, he's gone. He died tragically.
Were they friends with him?
Yes, they're all buried there.
How did he die?
He had an accident in his car. The rescuers had to cut the car to get him out. That's true.
Without his head?
Yes, he was without his head.
We were shocked. 3 best friends died one after another tragically, and all had head injuries. It's unlikely to be a coincidence.
Volodymyr is also a victim of the man in the black cloak.
They were all together here, and they are all together there now, and something connects them all.
What did you do, my dear children? What did you do and why?
Since Volodymyr, the friend of the brothers, contacted Olena Kurilova in her vision, I decided to contact with him too. I need to visit Volodymyr's grave.
All right, let's go.
Look what's happening to the candle. When I tune into Volodymyr, I also get the feeling that he sensed he was going to die.
He came on the 9th day after Oleksiy's death and said, "Aunt Helena, I hope I won't die too."
All the 3 men sensed their deaths, but the question is, who took them to the other side and why?
Wait, Jana, I saw this woman in the morning, remember? Death is standing behind you. You need to protect your head.
They were all classmates. Tetiana, come over here.
Were you their classmate? How long had you known one another?
You could say we'd known each other since we were born.
The green petal.
A woman with a green petal on her arm. That's what Olena mentioned.
It's a tattoo.
Three dead men and the 4th is a woman.
It's the same entity and it's behind you.
And it's something from your childhood that you all did.
We burned dry grass and accidentally started a fire at a graveyard.
Tetiana and her now deceased friends played at a cemetery as children. They started fires there, which burned crosses and graves.
I was at the old cemetery.
But who is the man in the black cloak who took the boys to the other side and is now hunting their classmate and Yevhen's children? We need to go to that cemetery.
The territory of the dead, you see, it's their home. You disturbed the dead, their spirits.
We thought a spirit was avenging the friends for burning its grave. But the truth turned out to be much scarier. It's Olena again.
Jana, it's me.
Hello?
Jana, I'm in a real trouble. I broke my arm. I fell from the ladder.
Oh, God.
I figured out who the dead man in the black cloak was. I climbed to the attic to get my book on cemetery magic. As soon as I reached the top of the ladder, it felt like someone knocked it out from under me. Jana, do you know who the master of the cemetery is?
Oh my goodness.
Jana, it's him. I'm absolutely sure.
Who is that?
The master of the cemetery is an entity that guards the peace of the dead in a cemetery. It is somebody who died a violent death and was first to be buried at a cemetery. After that, they become its master.
So the man Jana Shulikova saw in her vision is the master of the cemetery. Did he really die from a head injury?
He holds a cross-shaped staff in his hand, and he has no head. His head is in his hands. I remembered that our van was stopped by some impact this morning.
What's this?
My God, what is this? And it happened right across from the cemetery.
The master of the cemetery. He wanted to point us to the children who were running among the graves, playing and laughing.
Kids, get out of here! Old cemeteries are sites of great power. It is the master of the cemetery, and he will punish anyone. It's not just this family. The entire village will suffer.
What do we do to stop it?
When you make amends with the master of the cemetery, you bring him money, vodka, wine, sweets, apples, honey, bread, and so on. Let's do that.
And I'll take my sand to make a circle, and we'll make the offering in it.
People go home and bring something to offer to the master of the cemetery. The altar has food, drinks, and money. The villagers hope to pacify the dead man and protect the lives of their children and grandchildren.
Thanks to the clairvoyance, we finally learned the true cause of the tragedy that took the lives of my husband's brother, and their friend. Thank you for your work.
A few months after filming the episode, we learned that little Karina and Nazar are no longer afraid of anything. A shape-shifting phantom is taking men to the afterlife. Where did this otherworldly spirit come from? Don't miss it. The clairvoyance will uncover the truth behind a horrifying murder. 3 Ukrainians, lifelong friends. Slavik Nemesh, a young entrepreneur, 28 years old. This is one of his last photos. Ivan Hasi, 25, a construction worker. His little son, Mihailo, had just turned 1. Ivan Danch, 22, recently graduated and newly married.
3 funerals at once. All 3 are gone.
They had been friends since childhood, and they all died mysteriously on the same day in a horrific car crash.
The car spun out and flipped over the bridge.
According to law enforcement, the driver lost control, causing the vehicle to plunge off the bridge. The 3 passengers were unable to escape and drowned.
I just don't understand how they could have veered off so badly that the car flipped onto its roof in the stream.
This is the spot where the car crashed with 3 men inside. It defies all logic. How could they drown in such a shallow amount of water?
There was barely any water, just a tiny bit.
If even one had survived, but all three, they all died.
Their relatives searched for the young men all night. They drove along that road many times, both at night and even in the morning. Yet neither they nor other drivers on that route saw a car overturned in the water beneath the bridge.
No one saw it.
The car in the water was discovered only the next day around noon.
They lay there all night. No one saw them. Maybe they could have been saved.
One of the grieving mothers believes her son's wife is to blame, that she used dark magic to take his life.
Her mother gave him a small candle to keep in the car.
Moreover, the woman says she found other strange items in the yard.
We found all sorts of things. Trinkets, coins. While sweeping the yard, I even found a pin.
Could dark magic really have caused one young man's death? And if so, why did his two closest friends die alongside him?
The whole village was in mourning. Such an unimaginable tragedy. Young men, their whole lives ahead of them. It's terrible.
The families of the deceased turned to the psychics because, after their deaths, the young men appeared in dreams, as if trying to convey something.
They appeared in dreams, all three of them, soaking wet in the water, asking for help.
Coming to their aid are Ukrainian clairvoyant Olena Kurilova and psychic from Azerbaijan, Hayal Alekperov.
Olena, I see a woman with black hair and tear-filled eyes. She takes a photo of this young man, cuts it, burns it. And now I hear this man speaking to me, pleading, "Go to her. Tell everyone the truth."
And I see a child. He is walking down a road, but he is not alone. Beside him walks a massive wolf. And gradually, they both become transparent, invisible.
The psychics decided to head straight to the cemetery, where all three young men were buried.
Hello. Hello. We are glad you came. I am Slavik's mother.
The moment we arrived here, I saw behind all of you a massive entity, resembling a dog or a wolf. I don't yet know if this is connected to our investigation, but there is definitely something supernatural about it. It is extremely hostile. We should go to the graves.
But Olena Kurilova, without saying a word, suddenly turns in the opposite direction and walks into the crowd. She carefully looks into the eyes of each person until she stops in front of this young woman.
You're carrying his child.
This is Alina, wife of the youngest among the friends, Ivan. They had been married for only 2 weeks before the tragedy, and just days before the horrific accident, they found out they were expecting a baby.
I'm pregnant, I told him, and he was so happy.
But Ivan never got the chance to hold his child, and their unborn baby will never meet its father.
Let's go.
Natalia, your son was the one driving the car, wasn't he?
Yes.
He's waiting for you. Over there, that's his grave, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
He says, I was driving. Something came straight at me. That's what killed me. It wasn't a side impact or anything like that. I saw it coming and they tried to avoid it.
The spirit tells me I was driving. I ask him, were you going fast? He says, no, slowly. We weren't in a hurry. Everything was calm. But then something appeared right in front of us, and I had to swerve.
This is strange because, according to experts, there were no other vehicles on the road at the time of the crash.
What could have been on the road? He says, think of a woman. He's showing me an image of a woman, a young girl.
Incredibly, at that exact moment, the wife of one of the deceased, Alina, spotted a ghostly figure of a woman in the crowd.
A young woman, all in white.
She flashed between the people for just a second. I didn't get a good look.
I ask the spirit, who is responsible for your deaths? And he keeps repeating, her, her. He's talking about a woman.
When Slavik's mother in tears bent over his grave, I saw his spirit. He turned to me and pointed at his own portrait on the headstone. The portrait cracked.
Ours cracked too, but about 3 weeks ago.
The portrait of the youngest, Ivan, also cracked, right in the hands of his sister.
The photo was laminated, but it still cracked.
Panic spread among the gathered. The portraits on all 3 graves had shattered almost simultaneously.
The boys are trying to say something from the other side.
Wait, the crack in the portrait. Slavik's spirit is showing me woman's hands cutting up his photo and then burning it.
Unbelievable. Kayal Alekperov had seen a similar vision even before the investigation began.
She's taking this man's photos, cutting them, burning them.
It's his wife.
What's her name?
Natalia.
Slavik's wife, Natalia, isn't here. Shortly before the tragedy, the couple had a fight. She moved back in with her parents, and Slavik returned to his own family home.
Excuse me, but I have the feeling that you suspect Slavik's wife in this tragedy.
She did something to Slavik. Did she curse him or what?
The mother claims that after the tragedy, Natalia completely cut off contact with their family. She didn't even come to the funeral.
No mourning, nothing.
After the crash, the grieving mother wanted to collect her daughter-in-law's wedding photos of Slavik. However, Natalia said she had destroyed them all, cut them up, and burned them.
I want to see her.
The psychics headed to Slavik's wife. Word of their arrival spreads quickly through the village. People gather in front of Natalia's house. Eventually, she steps outside with her mother.
Hello. We've come to understand the tragedy that took your husband's life and the lives of his 2 friends.
The woman doesn't answer. She's overcome with emotion.
Get her some water.
Natalia, rest your head on my shoulder. Come on, lean in. She's struggling to sit upright.
Natalia, I can feel your fear. Who or what are you afraid of?
They keep calling me. They say they'll bury me where he is. Why? Am I guilty of something? I never wanted his death.
Why didn't you come to the funeral?
Because you told me you'd kill me, that you'd throw acid on me.
Did your suspicions about your daughter-in-law start because of an object?
There was a candle.
It turned out that shortly before his death, Slavik's mother had found a half-burned candle in his car. When she asked him about it, he said his wife had given it to him.
Could something have been done to that candle?
But the candle was from a holy place, wasn't it?
It was from the church, from when they blessed the water.
Stop. Your argument doesn't matter anymore. There was a shadow behind Slavik's wife. It was the spirit of the deceased, and I heard only his quiet words. She is not guilty.
Natalia didn't do any magic.
You loved him very much.
If I didn't love him, I wouldn't have married him.
But Natalia, the photos of Slavik, why did you destroy them?
After he died, I burned everything. I didn't want to have anything left.
The woman says that after her husband's death, she went through an incredible emotional stress, and now any memories of him cause her unbearable pain. On top of that, there is a feeling of guilt, since shortly before the tragedy, they had argued, and because of that, Natalia decided to get rid of everything that reminded her of Slavik.
Nobody knows how I even survived those days when he crashed.
Natalia.
Wait a little, Natalia. Help or she'll fall. Natalia.
Bring ammonia, please. It's in the car.
Natalia became so upset that she lost consciousness. It's no surprise, because for 6 months after the tragedy, almost everyone in the village blamed her for the deaths of the men because of her mother-in-law.
Please, calm down. You've both lost what was most precious to you. There's nothing left to fight over. Believe me, she truly loved Slavik and never wished him harm.
If I've wronged you in any way, forgive me. I swear I never wanted any of this.
No one can hold back their tears. These women haven't spoken in 6 months. For the first time since the tragic accident, they reconciled.
I keep seeing the image of a wolf, but now I feel a feminine energy. It's a she-wolf. The wolf I saw was actually a spirit, a female spirit. That's exactly how the boys saw it before they died. And that's why I'm seeing it the same way.
It's unbelievable, but later, one of Slavik's relatives confessed that before the psychics arrived, she had a strange dream. In it, all 3 of the deceased came to her.
They said they saw a spirit, and it took them away.
But I don't understand why then. Whose spirit is this, and why did it take these 3 lives?
Wait, I hear those words again. She took us. It feels like death lingers on this road.
It turned out, this wasn't the only accident that had happened here.
2 boys were hit and killed while biking at night.
A boy was struck, then further down a whole family.
It feels like this entire road is paved with accidents.
Locals are truly afraid of this stretch of road.
It's terrifying for everyone, for our own people, for strangers.
All these crashes have one thing in common. Drivers say they see a shadow or a figure just before the accident.
Many villagers claim they've seen something just like the clairvoyant's vision.
Right on the bridge, a shadow stands there. Headlights can't cut through it at all.
We need to go where the men died. Olena, as I walked this road, I saw something following the boys. It was right behind them.
Something not of this world.
It cries, moans, wanders. You can hear the screams and groans.
This entity looks like a wolf.
Incredibly, a local woman later claimed she saw something similar, right at the bridge, where Slavik's car went off the road.
Its face was like a dog's, with the ears are like a dog's. It appeared suddenly, then vanished.
Slavik saw that wolf in front of him. That's what caused the crash.
Based on the car's trajectory, the sharp turn, followed by erratic movement, suggests that the driver reacted instinctively. Most likely, he suddenly saw an obstacle appear in his path, and in an attempt to avoid a collision, made a sudden and forceful turn of the wheel.
But what was it? Investigators found no physical obstructions at the scene of the accident. Was this truly something supernatural?
Only men are dying here. Whatever haunts this road targets them.
A boy and 3 girls were in the car. The girls survived.
Most of the victims here were men.
They're being taken by a woman's spirit. The boy's souls warned us. She took us. A female spirit appeared on the road before Slavic, just like with the others who died here. But there are also living witnesses who have seen the spirit on this road.
Yes, people said they saw something.
Did they see ghosts?
Yes, they did.
There's a woman's shadow walking there.
There's some kind of apparition standing on the bridge, a shadow.
I see 2 spirits here. A little boy about 5 and a woman.
Yes, there were ghosts. I saw a woman holding the boy's hand.
I personally saw a child and a woman crossing the road at 3 in the morning. The car stalled and I couldn't start it. It was so terrifying. I locked the doors and sat in the car until morning.
They say they saw a woman and a child.
A little boy, and with him some kind of entity. It's huge, like a werewolf.
The woman turns into a she-wolf and deliberately causes accidents. She's seeking revenge for herself and the child. Wait, I'm being drawn toward the water like by a magnet. The she-wolf with the child, she was just here. This is the place of their death, right here. What happened to them?
It was like I felt some warmth on my shoulder. I turned around thinking someone was standing there.
She's showing me her death. She's kneeling by the shore and there's a man beside her. He picks up a stone and strikes her in the head, then throws her body into the water. Oh my God.
I have a sense that the child was killed by his own father.
Yes, I understand what you mean, Elena. Wait. The woman and child were in the car. Her husband, the child's father, was driving. The car stops here. The man gets out, grabs the child from the mother's arms, runs with him to the river and drowns him. The woman tries to save her son but can't. He's much stronger. He kills the child in front of her eyes, then kills her too. It's horrifying. But why is he doing this?
I have a feeling that jealousy was the reason.
Few know this terrifying story, but our film crew managed to uncover some detail.
The father killed his son. He was jealous of his wife.
The man killed the woman and the child here in the ditch.
I spoke with local law enforcement officers who confirmed that 20 years ago, a man did indeed kill his son and wife. For some reason, he thought the son wasn't his, and demanding a confession from his wife, he drowned the child. After the boy died, he killed the wife. He then fled the scene and is still missing.
This woman is in utter despair. Her spirit is furious with all men. Olena, this is a mother's love turned into hellish hatred toward those who took her child's life. And all men.
She can take more.
This spirit must be calmed. I felt the pain of that woman. Her child was killed before her eyes. She was tortured. After her death, she found no peace. When I stood by the water and prayed for her and her child to finally rest, I heard a terrible howl. It was her, the she-wolf I've seen throughout this investigation. In reality, that woman's spirit is outwardly aggressive, but inside, it's pure hellish pain.
Thank you. We are very grateful for everything.